All right, hi Brad. I'm Clarence is one, and we know each other very well. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for agreeing to do this interview.
Absolutely.
So just like 2 minutes, I used to be in a homeless status, and I became I attended Lord of the Streets so many years ago, and things were different back then. But I still got help with mail services, some advocacy and counseling, and now you guys have moved on and changed and COVID and whatever, but you guys are still doing mail services and meals in the mornings, and I know you guys do Bible study and stuff. So this just really neat to be able to be housed, but still kind of connect with you in a friendship, professional way or whatever.
Yeah. Glad you have.
Thank you. So this is a little different, but Brad, I'd like to learn about you a little bit, and how you became a part of Lot's, your homeless advocacy role, and how that started, if you could tell me.
Sure. So, back from reading scripture in high school, I noticed and was caught by God's particular care for folks who are, I'll say, more obviously in need.
Okay.
Right? We're all in need.
Right.
We all need healing, but those particularly who are more down and out.
Okay.
And you read Luke, and it's just like economic justice throughout, right? So that caught hold of me, and so then as I went into ministry, ordained in 2005, I've always had a heart more for folks who were more obviously in need, and so had been in more traditional suburban congregations before Lord of the Streets, and then in 2022, got word that Lord of the Streets was needing a new vicar, and I jumped at the chance, and I had had this tug on my heart for a while, like I want to be doing something more with folks in need.
So that is amazing. Do you mind? I've always wanted to ask you, what is a vicar? To explain to our viewers also.
Yeah. So in the Episcopal Church, the head priest of a parish, that is a congregation that can financially sustain itself, is called a rector. Whereas a mission congregation can't financially sustain itself. Okay. So all the parishes put their money in together. That goes to the we call it to the diocese, but the diocesan office, and the diocese then helps support those other congregations, which means the bishop is the head of a mission congregation. Okay. I am his vicarious head.
Oh, wow.
Vicar.
That's really neat. Explain that. No more questions there. So another one of the things that Lots did in the past, I wanted to see if you still do. Well, actually, let me just change what I was about to say real quick. When I want to say this to kind of compliment what I was about to say. I remember I came here to Lord of the Streets so long ago for the meal at breakfast on Sunday morning. Yeah. I don't know if it was the evening thing or the breakfast thing, but I remember the minister or whatever, the priest or whatever, said, "We're glad you're here." Yeah. And that was so awesome, you know? There's no stigma, there's no, you gotta go, you smell, or whatever. You are one of the ministries, whether it's nationally or Houston area, that welcomes anybody into the church and wants to minister. Yeah. And that is what we're really talking about today. Like you said, ministering to homeless people, but not even calling them homeless people. You are matter, and you are, you can be helped to get on your feet or whatever it is. You know, so that's what I really like about Lord of the Streets. So maybe say someone sees this video and they may need some help. Can you expand on what really happens when someone walks up to your building and how you guys help?
Sure. So we're 3401 Fannin Street in Midtown Houston, and you come to us. We're open right now, 8 to noon, and you'll see a line outside of folks getting meals. We have 400 meals a day that we provide, starting at 8 o'clock and It's usually done by about 9:30 or 10.
Because of the demand. Probably.
Yeah, it's a huge demand. We don't have a big space inside, so it is grab and go outside in a styrofoam clamshell or in a sack lunch, depending on the day. But then there's also another line for folks who are receiving mail. So you come here, you need a mailing address, bring a photo ID. I don't care what kind, right? Library card, doesn't have to be like a up to date. If it's expired, I don't care. It needs to be a photo identification so we can identify you. We'll get you signed up and registered with us for mail, and we'll keep a copy of that on file. So if you lose your ID, it gets stolen, we've got that on file. We can still verify and check your mail for you.
Awesome. Wow.
We have clothing a couple days a week that you can come and you don't have to register. You come about 7. There's a lot, folks get there early. One day a week there's a group from Friendswood that comes up with a shower trailer to do showers outside.
Wow, yeah.
So
that's great.
Yeah.
So the hours are available and assistance is within those means, which is extremely understandable. But I want to press a little harder, if you don't mind. Is there any kind of a one-on-one counseling? I understand you guys may partner with other agencies or whatever that is, and then can you tell me about that? How you're working in the community to complete a common goal or whatever?
Sure. So one-on-one counseling, we have a caseworker to do more counseling as far as getting a job, skills towards that, finding a place to live. Counseling as far as more, so I do the more spiritual counseling, right?
Okay, yeah. I
start meeting with someone over and over and over again. That's starting to where I'm getting into, I can't do psychological counseling. I'm not, that's not what I am.
Okay.
But then what we can do is tell people about the Harris Center.
Okay.
Tell people about St. Joseph's Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Give referrals to other folks in the community and other partners in the community to help get some of those services we don't have.
That is so neat. I actually, when I'm bike riding by to go to the clubhouse, which is an awesome place, I'll ask for bottled water, and then people at the Harris Center are looking at me. Oh, I get services at Southeast Clinic, which I don't mind saying. Oh, okay, that's great. So it is just amazing to be to kind of come right back to where I used to be, and show it is possible to I don't even want to say get off the street, to upgrade yourself in any way is needed, whether it's housing, a secure place to sleep, meals that you can do without going in a line format or whatever. Yeah. So Lord of the Streets is also
and if I may add, a community, right?
Oh yeah.
So folks where yesterday a gentleman, he just came in and talked to me for about 20 minutes about some things that he was sorrowful about, that he wished. I kept thinking, and particularly he was talking about how he used to play music in churches. And I kept waiting to be able to say, come play music with us, right?
Yeah.
But that's not what he was after. He just wanted to be able to let it out. Just wanted to be able to be sorrowful for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And we did that, and he said, thank you, that's all I wanted. Last week, sorrowful that her friend had just died. So we got to sit together. Had a funeral for her friend today, a memorial service. Someone else who was experiencing homelessness had been living on the streets for a long time. And folks who knew her and loved her got to come here for that service. So.
Wow. So all right. So do you guys some places, because of fundraising or whatever, there's never is there some kind of limit to services or not? Is that even something you guys do, or people are ongoing as much as they need to get what you guys offer?
So I suppose limits, there's 1 plate per day for the food.
Okay.
Right? We try to be able to serve 400 people, not 200 people 2 meals.
Right.
Right? So that's those kinds of limits. Folks can come to the clothing room once a week. And so those kinds of things, as far as that goes. limits. Money's always a limit.
Right.
And so if anyone wants to give more, we will always ask for that. And it's a worthy cause, and I believe in it. I give to Lord of the Streets, so by all means.
But that's also like if you go to a so-called standard church, you're in some ways, not to be arguable or push anybody away, so-called pressure to donate. And then there are other churches. That is something I've never.
I don't think if
I never
right.
seen. Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
never seen Lord
Lord
of the Streets to do that at all. Yeah.
For a church that is a community of people, they're gathering together and they want to worship together. Well, if they're going to have a building, they got to pay for it.
Oh, yeah.
If they
right.
want a full-time clergy person, they want staff that are running, they got to pay for those things, right? So for the congregation to say, we want to pool our money together, that's what the church is really doing.
Okay.
So if you're really a part of that congregation and you want to be, then you're going to say, yes, I'm going to contribute. Now, some of them, it feels a little more businessy than community, but that's what's really happening there. Now, Lord of the Streets, any mission congregation, you've still got people contributing to their congregation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just don't have enough to be able to really afford that. So the diocese comes in and helps with that. Lord of the Streets, most of our folks don't have a whole lot of money. But most of the folks, we pass the plate on Sunday morning. And we don't pass it 6 times, we pass it once.
Right.
Like in any visible church, we pass the plate. And folks give. And it's not a huge amount, but it's still contributing. People are contributing to their church.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do with that is we help out folks who are in need at the time.
Okay.
Right? So someone needs some bus tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Someone needs help with whatever it is. We've got some of that ability to be able to help people out.
Wow. So
the community taking care of the community.
Right. So yeah, it's also I would just like to say to advocate, I guess, for Lord of the Streets. There are some ministries that are not ministering anymore, or have changed the work they do. Yeah. But Lord of the Streets, for the most part, based on times and COVID or whatever, has been consistent. So that is really neat.
In fact, we started the daily meals during COVID.
Okay.
Because other groups had to shut down, and we stayed open and started doing daily meals, Monday through Friday, then, and we haven't stopped since.
Wow, that's so cool. So I'm really thankful to have a role in promoting, marketing, advertising, Google reviews, or whatever else there is. But this is an honor to talk to you in this way. We are just, and by the way, please donate as you see fit or whatever. We thank you, and it's great to talk to you in this way, Brad.
Thanks, Clarence. Sure loved it.
Thank you.